Welcome to our presentation on research study designs used in education. This session will explore various methodologies applied in educational research, providing insights into their definitions, applications, and common pitfalls. Before we begin, let us first introduce ourselves. I am Laura, an AI-generated assistant working with Professor Irfan Shukr. We have created this educational video to support your learning journey. In this introduction, we outline the focus of our document, commonly used research study designs in education. For each design, we will cover definitions, explanations, data types, and common mistakes, using the example of effects of screen time on sleep duration in school children. This slide lists the research study designs by their usage frequency in education: cross-sectional, correlational, quasi-experimental, experimental, and case study. Each design offers unique insights and applications in educational research. We begin with the cross-sectional study design, the most frequently used research design in education. Definition and explanation. A cross-sectional study collects data at a single point in time to explore relationships between variables, measurable factors. Typically, surveys, questionnaires used to collect information are distributed to participants to gather this data. Type of data collected: quantitative, based on numbers and measurable data, can include qualitative, based on words, opinions, or descriptions. If open-ended questions are used. Common mistake: assuming causality, thinking that one thing directly causes another from one-time data. Example: title, Cross-Sectional Survey of Screen Time and Sleep Habits in Grade 6 Students. Brief: a one-time questionnaire asks about daily screen use and sleep hours of students in different schools. Next, we explore the correlational study design. Definition and explanation. A correlational study is a non-experimental, no-active intervention or control design that examines the relationship between two or more variables without manipulating, changing them. Data is collected to determine if a meaningful connection or relationship exists. Type of data collected: quantitative, based on numbers and measurable information. Common mistake: misinterpreting correlation, a connection or relationship as causation, a direct cause and effect link. Example: title, a correlational study between screen time and sleep duration in primary school students. Brief: a survey, a set of questions used to collect information, is conducted asking students about screen time and sleep. Results are analyzed, examined using statistics for correlation. Next is the quasi-experimental study design. It is more commonly used than experimental study designs coming next. It is more practical, as in practical settings where randomization isn't feasible commonly. Definition and explanation. A quasi-experimental study involves an intervention, a planned change or action, but lacks random assignment. Participants are not randomly allocated into groups. Instead, participants are assigned to groups based on availability, not through randomization. Random selection process. Type of data collected: quantitative, based on numbers and measurable information. Common mistake: assuming cause and effect conclusions without controlling for confounders, other influencing variables. Example: title, Quasi-Experimental Analysis of Classroom-Based Screen Time Interventions and Their Impact on Sleep. Brief: one school reduces screen time while another does not. Sleep data from both is compared. Let us explain the experimental study design to you now so that the difference from quasi-experimental is clear. Definition and explanation. An experimental study is one in which the researcher actively manipulates, intentionally changes one variable to observe its effect on another, using random assignment. Participants are placed into groups by chance. Participants are randomly placed in either an intervention group or a control group without intervention. Type of data collected: quantitative, based on numbers and measurable. Common mistake: failing to randomize, assign participants to groups by chance properly, leading to biased, unfair, or skewed results. Example: title, an experimental study on the effects of screen time reduction on sleep duration in grade 6 students. Brief: students are randomly assigned to screen-restricted and non-restricted groups. Sleep duration is measured over a 2-week period. Finally, we discuss the case study design. Definition and explanation. A case study is a detailed exploration of a single case, individual, organization, or setting within its real-life context, focusing on specific behaviors or patterns, such as screen time and sleep, over a recognized period. Type of data collected: qualitative, based on non-numerical data like words, opinions, or observations. may include quantitative based on numbers or measurements. Common mistake: overgeneralizing, applying findings too broadly from a single case to a larger group. Example: title, Case Study of Sleep Disruption Due to Screen Time in a Grade 6 Student. Brief: one student's digital habits and sleep logs are monitored and discussed over a term. That's all for today's lesson. It's time to say goodbye from me and Professor Irfan Shukr. We hope you enjoyed the session and learned something valuable. See you in the next video. Have a beautiful day and keep enjoying our teaching lessons. Goodbye and take care.